Hey everybody out there in the Reading Smoke Nation. Thanks for coming today to my YouTube channel, The Art of Reading Smoke with Phil Jose. I'm Phil Jose. Let's get started. Hey, we're going to do something today. We did this last week. We had about 15-16 seconds of video. What I'm going to do is just play it through the first time and let you get a read on it. And you can already start in the still photo, and then we're going to go through. I've got it then again in slow-mo. I'm going to point out some of the things that I'm thinking about if I was to arrive at this event commensurate with what's going on right now. Right, so here you go. Take your own read. Remember that we're starting with volume, velocity, density, color. We want to inventory all four attributes, compare those to the box, and then sort of figure out what's going on. All right, so that's our first, right? That was at regular speed. So there's a couple things I want to point out, even right off the get-go, right? If I look at this as I watch it, my sense is there's more velocity on this end than this end. And remember that we start to look at velocity and the relative velocity. The higher velocity is going to be closer to the seat of the fire. Right, the hottest smoke is there, the most energy is there, so the highest velocity closest to the seat of the fire, and then we're looking for the velocity out of the highest velocity from the most restricted opening. So when we look at a building like this, and we can see the gable end here, probably the gable end here and the gable end here are the exact same restriction level, right? They're probably the exact same part number from the same company, right? And then we have some sort of bird blocking or some sort of maybe some 1 inch or 3/4 inch holes along here somewhere, maybe with some fascia, like you can see here. There's some openings there, but somewhere along here there's some openings to facilitate air movement through the attic, right? And so as we watch this thing, remember this is sort of the windward side, but we can see that I think as we watch this, look how much more velocity there is on this end than we get down here. Not that there isn't plenty of volume down here, but I just, in my mind, I think this is just higher velocity smoke, right? More energy, higher temperatures, and therefore closer to the seat of the fire, which tells me, at least from my perspective, I think it's down on this end. Now, I could be wrong. This is one of the things when we have these static videos, recognize that if we were on the scene and we could move around a little bit, right, we could clarify some of these points, right? But that's my initial read is it's down on this end. Now, almost all this, or virtually all the smoke, is coming out of the attic. Okay, so the next thing I want to look at, right, I take this inventory up here. We do have a lot of turbulent. There's a little bit of brown, mostly in gray in here, so that brown and gray together is going to indicate this attic is heating up. Most of the white is gone. There's a little bit of white steam in there still. Remember, the color is the stage of heating, right? Early stages white, late stages black. And so this is sort of in the middle somewhere, right? So lots of turbulent. I'd say this is moderate thickness. It's not super thick yet, but I think the trajectories to having a very thick smoke, and in that brown early stages of blackish gray. Anyway, the next thing I'm looking at is these windows, and as we can see, these windows, they just all look the same, right? Occasionally they clear out from the smoke. We're going to get an opportunity right at the end. Somebody's going to break this window down here, but there's really no clear sign along these windows. I don't think that there's a problem up here. None of them are black. They all look the same. So probably, or not probably, my read would be that this fire did not start in one of these rooms and extend up. Now what we don't know, right, without going around to see the back, is one of the windows in the back look dark and black and nasty. And then we say, hey, that was probably a fire in that room that extended to the attic, but can't see that from here. What we can see is these three spaces. That's a bedroom, that's a bedroom. Now this, I don't know how these are laid out. This could be a bedroom, or this could just be an open window above, like a 2-story entryway here. And so knowing your local building stock, you know that. But the main thing is these 3 windows are essentially clear, right? The downstairs window, nothing going on here. And then there's, I don't know if they have basements, but I always want to make that look. And if this was an attic fire that started in the basement, we have some indicator down here, especially as we're doing our 360. There's several videos in the collection here where you can go back and see like 360s of basement fires. Now, so I don't think there's there might be a basement, but I don't think there's a basement fire, right? So it looks right now, this attic fire confined to the attic with pretty good visibility on floor 2, though we don't know what the Charlie side looks at now. I'm going to break this window right here, and that's going to reinforce, because we don't get a whole big push down. We don't get much time, right? But as they're breaking it, and that's one of the nice things about slow-mo, right? A lot of these panes are out already, but there's literally, if there's any, right, there's not much smoke. Not enough where we would think this was a floor 2 fire or that the door to this room was open, right? So my expectation is that there's definitely smoke in there where it's going to push down from the light fixture and, oddly enough, from the smoke detector, right? It's going to be pushing down because the pressure in the attic is pushing down, but there's going to be a little bit of laminar thin white smoke, maybe gray up here, hanging pretty high in this room, so good visibility down low. And as you can see, even though they're breaking this window, I'll just take it back just a little bit and hit play. Ooh, I think I'm going to hit play. Oh yeah, of course it froze up. What are we doing there? The whole thing's froze up. Well, there you go. Must be time to end the video, right? So come in, look at the whole picture, take inventory of the volume, velocity, density as you're doing your 360, confirm or deny things that you thought up front, and then work towards understanding where the fire is, where it's going, and then of course what you're going to do about it. And your initial read, you can start to take action, right? It's just a matter of making sure you're confirming or denying those things on your 360. Hey, so hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. I really appreciate everybody in the Reading Smoke Nation out there being part of it. And for the Art of Reading Smoke with Phil Jose, I'm Phil Jose, and I'm out.